Sophie Cunningham shares decision away from WNBA with Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham recently made waves away from the basketball court with Indiana Fever teammate Caitlin Clark. Cunningham, whose first year with the Fever ended prematurely due to a season-ending knee injury, took part in the Pro-Am that preceded the Onica driven by Gainbridge at Pelican Golf Club on November 12. Unlike Clark, Cunningham did not play in the Pro-Am. Instead, the WNBA veteran was a special caddy for the event along with Fever teammate Lexi Hull. Cunningham discussed her experience on the latest episode of her podcast, which led to an announcement about her off-season plans with Clark and Hull. Cunningham was a popular player before she joined the Fever this past season. However, her fame reached new heights while playing alongside Clark on the league's most well-supported team. Her rise in popularity led Cunningham to launch her own podcast, Show Me Something, in July, which she hosts with reality TV star West Wilson, an old friend. On Wednesday's episode of the podcast, Cunningham revealed her decision to take up the game of golf. "I think I have some potential in my golf game," she said. "I really do. I'm going to play this Friday, I think, just to see where I'm at." Cunningham said she plans to play with Clark, who has already shown she's an ace on the golf course, too. "She's really good," Cunningham said of Clark. "She can really hit it well." "She's really good. My getaway is the pool and the beach. Hers is golf. I think me, her and Lexi are going to go and play a little bit more," Cunningham continued. "Because we had fun. It was a blast. It was so nice. Just a completely different vibe than basketball. It was cool." Despite her decision to venture into a new sport, basketball is still Cunningham's bread and butter. In fact, she will need to negotiate a new contract with a team once a new collective bargaining agreement is reached and the WNBA's free agency window opens. Related, Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham shares off-court update amid WNBA offseason. This story was originally reported by Athlon Sports on November 20, 2025, where it first appeared in the WNBA section. Add Athlon Sports as a preferred source by clicking here. The Indiana Fever practice facility was unusually quiet for a late afternoon. No squeaking sneakers, no echoing whistles, just the hum of a distant air conditioner. Caitlin Clark sat cross-legged at center court, tossing a ball gently off the backboard to pass time. She had been told Sophie Cunningham wanted to talk, and Sophie never requested talks unless something big was happening. Caitlin heard the footsteps before she saw her. Sophie walked through the tunnel carrying a gym bag, her hair pulled back, her expression somewhere between excitement and mischief, typical Sophie, but with something else behind the eyes today. "You look like you're about to announce you're running for governor," Caitlin joked. "Should I start clapping now or wait?" Sophie laughed, but her smile curved with nerves. "Hey Clark, I need you to listen before you interrupt me with some sarcastic Iowa girl comment." Caitlin raised her hands. "No interruptions. Scout's honor." Sophie sighed, dropped the gym bag, and sat beside her. "I've made a decision. And it's not exactly about basketball." Caitlin's eyebrows shot up. "Are you leaving the WNBA?" "No," Sophie said quickly. "But I am stepping away for a bit." The words landed like a missed free throw, light, unexpected, and echoing way too loudly. Sophie continued, staring at the hardwood. "I got an offer. A really good one. Something outside of basketball. Something I've wanted to explore for a while." Caitlin blinked. "Are you becoming a professional golfer? Because after that LPGA event, I swear you think you're a tour-level athlete." "That's part of it," Sophie admitted with a proud grin. "They want me back for a full series of appearances. And, don't laugh, I got asked to co-host a new sports show." Caitlin didn't laugh. She widened her eyes. "Hosting? Like reading a teleprompter without accidentally calling someone a **T starter on live TV. "That was one time," Sophie protested, slapping Caitlin's shoulder. "One time." Caitlin shook her head, grinning. "Fair. But seriously, this is huge." Sophie nodded. "It is. And it means taking a short hiatus from the team during the off-season. I want to try things while my body isn't begging for ice baths every 12 minutes. That part Caitlin understood. The WNBA schedule wasn't for the faint-hearted, and Sophie, for all her toughness, wasn't made of steel. Does Coach know? Caitlin asked. I told her last night. She's supportive. Shocked, but supportive. Sophie paused. But you're the one I needed to tell in person. Why me? Because, Sophie said, turning fully toward her, you're the reason I even questioned whether basketball has to be my entire life. You came into the league and showed that athletes can be more: brands, voices, creators, connectors. Watching you juggle everything made me wonder if maybe I've been holding myself back. Caitlin felt a tightness rise in her chest, not sadness, but something closer to pride. Sophie, you've never held yourself back. You just run at life with your own kind of chaos. Sophie smirked. I'll take that. So what exactly are you planning? Caitlin asked. Sophie reached into her gym bag like she'd rehearsed this. Out came a folder with glossy pages. I'm launching a digital series, she said, passing it to Caitlin. Travel, sports, behind-the-scenes stuff, and one episode where I force you to teach me how to shoot from the logo. Caitlin flipped through the pages, impressed. This is legit, sophomore. I know, she said softly. And that's why it scares the hell out of me. Caitlin closed the folder. Look, being scared means it matters. And if anyone can take on something wild and chaotic and somehow make people fall in love with it, it's you. Sophie stared at her like she was trying to memorize the moment. I needed to hear that. The facility door creaked again, and sunlight streamed in. The moment grew warmer, softer. You're not quitting basketball, Caitlin said firmly. You're expanding. That's what I keep telling myself, Sophie replied. But there's this little voice saying people will think I'm not committed or that I'm distracted. You give 300% every day, Caitlin said. You're the last person anyone could accuse of not caring. And anyway, being multidimensional isn't a weakness. It's the future. Sophie exhaled deeply, like she'd been holding that breath for days. So you're not mad? Mad? Sophie, I'm your teammate, not your babysitter. Caitlin laughed. Okay, maybe sometimes your babysitter. But I'm proud of you. Sophie nudged her. Thanks, Clark. Really? The two sat in silence for a long moment. Not uncomfortable, just thoughtful. Finally, Caitlin stood and extended a hand. Come on. Before you leave me for the glamorous world of microphones and five-star golf resorts, you owe me a shooting contest. Sophie groaned. If I win, will you agree to be in the first episode? If you win, Caitlin repeated, smirking. Sure. They walked to the three-point line. Sophie stretched theatrically. You know this is literally the worst deal you've ever made, right? Caitlin shrugged. You could surprise me. Sophie shot first. The ball hit the back rim and bounced out. I hate basketball, she muttered. Caitlin picked up the ball. Perfect timing for a career change. Shut up, Sophie laughed.